If you're in the Hamilton area, Hamilton, Ontario, this is where I get my materials to do the body work for the car. And also at this location here, Dura Chemicals and Auto Body Supply, they have a spray booth. And we'll give a shot of everything set up in the booth shortly and the painting process. Well, here's a shot inside the booth. I've got everything set up, waiting to be painted. And it should work out quite nicely. I've got lots of room to work around on either side. And we haven't got the booth closed up yet. We haven't got the fans running. Figured I'll take a shot of this ahead of time. And next step will be to degrease with solvent, wipe down everything, then tack, and certainly prior to that I have to blow everything down to get the dust off of anything that may have got on there. I had everything wrapped up, so it shouldn't be a real issue. There shouldn't be anything wrong, but for the little bit of time right now we've gone so far with all the sanding and prepping, and you just don't want to spoil the finish. The roar in the background is actually I'm in the booth with the fans running. It's a comfortable 72 degrees. And here's the base coat that's been put on all my components, so I'm just waiting for it to flash off here for about 30 minutes. And then I'll be looking at starting on the clear. Well, this is a second coat in the booth. The clear is going on really nice. Takes a little bit of effort to try to figure out how this paint works, but I don't paint a lot of cars. Maybe over the period of my lifetime I may have painted 40 or so, but just give you an idea of how it's working up. I've got one more coat of clear to go on, and we're in a discussion about whether we should force cure it. We can leave it in overnight and pick it up tomorrow. We still want to color sand it, but that won't be for months. That'll give the paint a long time to cure before we start scuffing it up and buffing it. These are the two fenders that were painted in the booth, and I brought them back home, and I've just got them hanging out of the way. You can see that there's a little bit of orange peel, and that can happen, so that's not a big deal. We plan to color sand anyways, but there's a bigger problem with these painted components, and this is because of the new style paint. We've gone to the low VOC paints, and what I wasn't aware of is the lack of coverability that these paints no longer have, and I'll show you that just in a minute. Well, as you look at the paint, you think, wow, what a nice color, what a nice shine on it. Unfortunately, and I'm hoping that you can see the detail, what happens is there were some fine scratches in the primer, and what that did is it enhanced it as the base coat went down. The base coats have no ability to cover any scratches in the paint at all. Years ago, and people call me a dinosaur now, but 6 years ago I painted a vehicle, and something as fine as this, we scuffed the car up with 600, although prior to going with the 600 we went with 320. The 320 years ago wasn't an issue, and the paint could cover it. So what does this mean? Well, this panel is going to have to be sanded down with nothing less than 600, and we'll put the base coat back on one more time and 3 coats of clear and go back to color sanding. So a disappointment. The finish is good. We don't have any runs. The product is smooth. It looks very nice, but unfortunately it's just not right. So back to the drawing board, and it'll be one more time in the booth. And what we're going to do is on the shell of the car, is first spray it with a thin coat of primer to fill in and seal any of these fine scratches that possibly, I'm hoping you can see it here, what's in the finish. And right after, we're going to put the base coat on and then the clear coat. So it's another step, but had I known this, I would have just reprimered in the booth and sprayed the color.